Hi Waffles! So, we're back again with the arc, and this time we watched Golden Time.
Story about this guy, Tada Banmi, who goes to college in Tokyo and meets this guy. They become sort of friends. They meet this girl who knows the friend he made, Mitsuo, right?
Yeah. Mitsuo? Yeah.
And she hits him with roses, and it's a bit of a whoa, who's this? She's crazy, and Tada Banmi is like whoa, and it all goes from there.
Basically a romance anime.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the best summary you can give it.
The grading is spoiler free. This whole part is spoiler free.
I give the story a 6 because I had the feeling that it didn't really know what it wanted to do. It started off with a lot of comedy and then went into a lot of drama and tried to mix the two, and for some reason it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like the story elements were really balanced, so I didn't really like it. So I gave it a 6.
Yes, I also gave story a 6. Well, it had like one storyline, but it wasn't that prominent in all the episodes.
I gave it a 7.5 because I didn't like the beginning and I didn't like the end, but the middle part I did like. I was into it.
I gave it a 7, although I didn't like the story, the most part of the series. I really liked the way it eventually went, so that's why I gave it a 7. This would have been a big fat 5.
The second thing we graded on is sound.
I gave sound a 6.5 because the music throughout the series was okay. There was one song that I really liked, was like guitar and just it sounded really cool. I don't know what it's called actually, but the openings and the endings were just, I didn't like any of them. So well, they were there, but I always skipped them. I didn't like them, so I'll give it a 6.5.
I gave sound also 6.5. The opening and endings were okay-ish, not great. And the music during the episodes was fine.
For me, sound was 4 because I did not like indeed the opening and ending. They were just a bit cliche, and I also took into account the voice acting, which I hated, except for Mitsuo's voice acting, but the others did take that either.
I actually gave sound a 7 because I really like the intro. I know, I'm like the heretic right here. Besides the intro, there's no real sound editing or music that's really, I think really is memorable, so that's why I gave it just a 7 and not higher.
But which opening? First or second?
There's a second opening?
Yes.
Second opening is like boom, 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 boom. It's really bombastic. It's really weird.
Doesn't it like,
That's the first opening.
with like
The
the
first?
girl walking up the stairs? It's like the one and only opening, right?
No, you have one with only Koko. Gradient.
Oh, yeah,
gray
yeah.
thing.
Oh, I know what you mean.
The
yeah.
first one is only happy, oh,
Yeah.
romantic, and then the second
when
is a
they're
bit
not
more-
actually having dating yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spoilery. The opening. With the tower and the almost.
That's really weird.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the second one is a bit more dramatic. And
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I feel really stupid for not noticing that. I remember. Okay, then I guess I give it a 6 because the next opening was not memorable at all. I was convinced there was only one opening apparently. So that's a 6.
I gave art a 7 because I thought it just was, it was fine. It looked good, but nothing especially good. Well, it looked fine. It was just good. Yeah, good.
I also gave art a 7 because I kinda like the character designs. They were okay, but sometimes the eyes were too big.
For me it's a 6. I like the character design, but mostly I was just looking at the series and thinking it looked a bit awkward, and then some scenes were okay-ish.
So I gave the art an 8 because I think the way it's drawn is really well done. I think the colors they chose were really well chosen. They really fit the aesthetic of the whole series. They're soft colors, they're close to pink and skin color, which makes it more love. So one of you noticed this. the eyes of the characters, they have these tiny dots in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When you notice that, you're like, okay, now the eyes are ruined for me.
I give the characters a 7.5 because I thought a lot of the side characters I really liked. They were just like they seemed like really human people, most of all. Tada Banri was, okay, he just made a stupid decision with that's human as well. Koko, I don't really like her. And she's one of the main characters, she's always there, so that's why I didn't give it a really high score, but overall I think the characters were fine.
I gave characters a 7. I quite like most characters, like 2D Kun. I actually liked Tada Banri, except for the fact that he fell in love with Koko, because I hate Koko. I so disliked her, and she was like Lars said in every episode.
Well, okay guys, I gave it a 7.5, but I liked Koko.
Yeah!
I think because I didn't like Linda actually, and I didn't like Owa-chan?
Okay.
Owa-chan, yeah. Stupid girl. Oh, sorry, she's just really annoying to me. And I liked Mitsuo then again, and Tada Banri, yes, he's the main character. I don't really know what I think of him. He's a bit weird.
So I actually like Koko-chan. I know, we should basically form sides right now.
We already have.
We basically did. But I gave characters a 5 because I think almost all the characters are written not as if they are adults. The series takes place when they're at university and they don't act as adults. They act as 16 or 14-year-olds.
I agree.
And I think this is a big flaw in the writing. We have Oka-chan who acts like she's a 3-year-old most of the time actually. In my eyes at least.
I gave Enjoyment a 6.5. Throughout the series I had the feeling that I should really like the series because, you know, I like romance anime and I like slice of life things, and it just took an interesting spin on it because it was a university and that sort of stuff. But overall, I didn't enjoy it. When I watched this, I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna watch the next episode. It was more of a drag. So I gave it a 6.5 because there were still moments I really liked, but overall it's just, yeah.
My enjoyment was a 6 because it was super tough for me to continue watching this series, and I would have dropped it if not for the arc. But then the last episodes were more enjoyable.
I gave it a 9, so I like this series. I watched it in 2 days. Maybe a bit because I was sick and I had nothing else to do. I was really invested in the romance at some point, so I just wanted to watch and watch and watch.
I gave it an 8.5. And what I do have to admit, there were a lot of points where I didn't really feel the need to continue watching it. I actually didn't finish it because I watched this the first time when it came out and I stopped halfway through. And the only reason I picked it up again was because of the arc. But I gave it an 8.5 because I'm really glad I finished the whole series, because as an entire picture I think it's actually a good anime. Just that the first half is pretty boring.
But rewatch.
I think everyone agrees on nope.
No!
It's just not worth it to rewatch.
Once you read the story, you know what's gonna happen, and
Yeah.
it loses its effect. So.
Yeah, that was basically the only reason why I could motivate myself to keep watching, because the story kind of intrigued me and I want to know what happened, but now I know, so I'm not going to watch it again. I think we all agree that there's one big point of discussion, that is Koko.
So, we finished the non-spoilery bit, right? And
Yeah.
we're going to continue with spoilers, so if you haven't watched it yet, or I don't know, you don't like spoilers even though you already know what's going to happen, you should stop here. Why did you not like Koko, this side here?
I didn't like her because, you know, at first she's introduced as she really likes Mitsuo.
Aggressive
And-
stalker.
As an aggressive talker, exactly. She's really obsessive. She's like, you can't talk to other girls or I will kill you. And it's so weird.
In that voice.
Yeah, she's like, she has a really low voice.
Actually, Lars did the voice acting for her.
She was just really obsessive and I didn't really like her. And later on, she gets, when she gets with Tada Banri.
The thing she did, like,
No, I loved it so much!
Yeah, it's
I was like,
amazing!
stop it!
Oh, he didn't do it!
What I wanted to say was that she gets more redeeming character because you know why she acts that way towards Banri. That makes sense. But overall, she's still so obsessive, and I just can't stand it. It's
But-
just
But
Yes.
you guys didn't start liking her halfway through the series, because I was in the same camp as you were at the beginning of the series. But she starts to develop as a character. She becomes more interesting. She, less serial killer. Less like I might not want to have a relationship with her because she probably doesn't allow me to do anything at all. Less of that and more of like a normal person.
No, I started to understand her more, but I still didn't like her.
Yes, I agree. Like, only the last few episodes did I kind of feel bad for her because it was sort of sad that Bunry totally forget about her, because after all she did kind of work hard for their relationship, and I agree that she has the most incredible character development, but she's still just so... I couldn't get over how annoying and irritating and cheesy and dramatic she was. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think I love the drama, I love the cheesiness, I love their relationship and what the hard thing, and I just really loved about it, and I thought they were a dynamic duo, and Koko alone was, I have nothing against her. I get what you mean, that in the beginning she's really a stalker, but what I liked about her was that she didn't want to be like that. So she knew it was wrong.